Okay, so this is a demonstration for the block level file synchronization, and it basically aims to sync the files in block sizes and thus reducing the sync size. So here's a demo POC application, and for the POC purposes, what we are doing is that synchronization is done between the client and the server. But for the POC purposes, the client and the server folder resides on the same device. It can be ported easily to the real server or between the devices as per the requirements. So right now, this is the client folder, this is the server folder. Client folder will reside on the client and server folder will reside on the server. Right now in the client folder, we have different file formats ranging from PPTX to doc, all the latest file formats that are being ubiquitously used. And now the server folder is empty right now. So let's go for the demo. When we now this is the interface for the application. It's very minimalistic, and there are various fields. First is auto sync. Basically it's a real-time syncing. As soon as some file is edited in the client folder, it will be synced automatically in the server folder. These are the fields. I'll explain about this later. And sync now is a manual sync. When you click this, any changes that have been made to the file will be synced with the server. So right now the server folder was empty. So first syncing would be done where all the files will be copied from client to server without any data saving. So let's start with the sync. So I'll click on the auto sync. It's now copying all the files from the client folder to the server folder. Okay, the syncing has been done. Basically copying from the client to server folder has been done. Let's see. It was a client folder and the server folder, all the files are copied. Now comes the main synchronization algorithm for this. So as we can see, autosync is on. So as soon as any file is edited in the client folder, it should be synced automatically in the server. Let's try some demo. I'm editing this PPTX file, and let's see how the results are for this PPTX format, which is quite widely used. Let's go to the second thing. So let's add something, maybe Samsung once more. Now as soon as I click the save button, it should save it to the server folder. It should run the algorithm, the synchronization algorithm in the backend, and results will be out in few seconds. Okay, so here are the results for our synchronization. First we'll see if the file is synced or not, then I explain about these fields. Let's go to the server folder. Here this file was the one which was edited, sample pptx. Let's see. And here is the edit. The content we edited has been replicated in the server folder. Okay, so in the normal algorithm, what would happen is that even for a small change, whole file would have been copied and data transferred would be equal to the file size. But in this algorithm, I'll explain about these fields. File synced is the number of files that are synced. Total data is the data in bytes. That is, it's approximately 372 KB, which has been transferred, which was the size of the client file. Normal algorithm, any edit would result in transferring all these 372 KBs. But this algorithm results in different parameters. So this is a time of sync, basically when was sync done. Now total blocks. This field mentions that how many blocks there were that needs to be transferred from client to the server. As we can see, the block size currently is 700 bytes. We can change it. This can be changed, and this is adaptive. Now the blocks matched. Now this is where the USP of the algorithm is, that now we have saved 92% of the data. That means only the data which have been changed was transferred. That means only the 29 blocks were transferred. All the 504 blocks were being taken from the server file itself. Only this much data, 26 KB, were transferred from client to server to replicate the file. So as we can see, there's 32% of data saving. In normal algorithm, all of this 372 kbs would have been transferred, but in this algorithm, only 26 kb have been transferred and whole file have been replicated. So this is the main gist of this algorithm. So yeah, I mean, in the normal file edits, even if you don't change anything, for example, from the client to server folder, since suppose there was a file A on the, I will show from this itself. Suppose there was a file sample ppt.x and I opened it and I just saved it. Normal algorithm, based on the timestamp, it might just transfer whole file. But now if I save it, the sync will take place and 98% of data saving would be achieved. That means the replication of file can be done only in the 2% data transfer. So this can save a lot of data. Okay, so now we are culminating this demo, and this was all about it. This was a block level file synchronization, achieving a good data saving percentage. So thank you so much